And a good morning, everybody, and welcome to Pete's Timeout on Fort Myers Beach. Ed Ryan here. I'm your host. The hostess with the mostest will be back at 9 o'clock as she's stuffing her face with some great breakfast from Pete's Timeout. She had both cheeks full. I don't know if I took a glance over at her. She had both cheeks full. She must be hungry. And with us right now, before we start 2:08 at 9 o'clock, is Danielle from Blue Ribbon Events. We always like to have Danielle on before one of her gigantic events that's taking place on the beach, and this one's going to be at Lovers Key, and it's the Arts and Crafts Festival,
Yep.
like the 74th edition of.
It's the third annual, but hey, I'll take it, especially with COVID. I actually went on the last 2 years. Whoops, am I not talking?
There you
we
go.
Perfect.
The third annual Lovers Key Arts and Crafts Festival.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about, first of all, before we get into the Arts and Crafts Festival, we were just talking about Detroit, Michigan, or Michigan, where you are from.
Well, I'm not from there, but I do live there now.
Oh,
part of the
I
year.
see.
Yeah.
Why would you want to live in Michigan? I have nothing against
Okay,
Michigan,
so
just like
I
I have
know
nothing
you have
against
a friend over
Chicago.
there that's from Detroit,
Yeah.
sitting at a table, but Michigan is not Detroit, just so you know.
Oh,
it is
okay.
God's country.
I see.
It's beautiful.
What part of Detroit is beautiful?
I'm not by Detroit. Not
I mean, what
anywhere
part
near
of Michigan is beautiful?
I'm in Northwest Michigan, up by Traverse City, Petoskey, Torch Lake.
I see. Is that by Canada?
Maybe 3 hours.
3 hours. Not very much so,
You
then.
got to go over the Mackinac
Is
Bridge.
Detroit closer to Canada than where you're
One
talking
of the
about?
entries, they can come right over on the bridge.
I see.
there, yeah.
So I was in Nashville the last 2 days for the country radio seminar, and it was like 39 and raining,
I drove
and
through,
I felt like crying.
Yeah,
The
it
weather was
miserable. I drove
so
right through that.
horrible.
Mhm.
Like, I love Nashville, but not when it's rainy and cloudy and cold and windy. And so,
It
but
was
there was
so
no
windy.
snow.
It was so windy there that I sat in my van for a minute when I got at a hotel, and I was right outside of Nashville then, and my van was moving. That's how windy
Yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
could
pretty
get windy, but you had it worse. Like, what was the weather up there in Michigan?
Okay, I've been back 3 times since the first of the year. This last trip, I'm going to say we probably got 20 some odd inches of snow in the week and a half I was there.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's great though. I live right on the base of a ski mountain and golf resort. So,
Uh-huh.
we got 40
I guess-
some odd slopes.
I
and
guess if
it
you
is
love
beautiful.
the weather, cold weather, or skiing, or
I don't love the cold weather, but I love the outdoors. It is
Like-
a beautiful place to be outdoors.
does that make you stay inside all the time except for summer?
I would say that yes, and you probably do drink a little bit more in the winter.
Uh-huh.
than
Do you have
would.
to start your vehicles from inside the house with the key fob to get it to
I-
warm up?
I am married to a marvelous man who goes out there and de-ices and cleans my windshield for me and turns my car on, which has heated seats and a heated steering wheel.
I would make my wife do that. I am not doing that. No, thank you. That
I
is
just
too
go out
cold.
15 minutes later and the car is ready to go.
Ah, very nice. So let's talk about the Arts and Crafts Festival. I'm going to get that right one time this
we
morning.
have some returning favorites.
Yes.
Dr. Jane will be with us. She's a photographer, known for her spoonbill roseates and her white pelicans. She's been with us for all 3 events here for the Invitational. We have some marvelous new painters as well. There's just a girl that does brilliant, large pieces of bright, colorful art for your walls. We also have a couple fiber artists. We have a gentleman that is of Oriental descent, and he will actually be making and working on his silk embroidery tapestries right there live at the show. We've got the Laughing Crab, the seafood truck that we had the last couple years. They do amazing crab cakes. They are from Maryland. I can tell you my family's from Maryland, and they are marvelous crab cakes. No extra fillers, no peppers, none of that garbage you're not supposed to put in crab cakes.
Okay. And how many total vendors will you have?
I think we have 24 this weekend. Yeah.
24
A little bit
and-
smaller than it has been for the last couple of years. Not that I want to talk about the housing market, but people are being priced out, and the artists are not going to pay $250 and up for hotels. So I get cancellations right now
Oh.
last minute because here they are, they pay for a booth, but then their hotels are 3 times more than what they pay for a booth.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And do they try and get hotels on the beach or anywhere in Fort Myers
I think they're
now?
trying anywhere from
Yeah.
Fort Myers to Port Charlotte. I know I had 2 cancellations this weekend that people just said
Nowhere to
they're
stay.
not equipped with a van or anything that they could sleep in. Or
Oh, so if they had some kind of RV or something, they could park it at Lovers Key, stay there.
There's a lot of, we call it kind of no boundaries traveling. A lot of the artists have converted their vans where they can sleep in them for the weekend at least. You know, they might have a small refrigerator or a fan in there and a bed set up and everything.
I would
But
like to live the RV life eventually.
Yeah. Well, I was going to be living the RV life this year, but my
Yeah.
RV wasn't ready in time.
What do you mean? They're
I-
building like a gigantic
Brand
RV
new.
for you?
No, it wasn't
Wow.
gigantic, like 28 foot.
Is that big?
It's big enough for me. My husband beat me down for 4 years. I finally did agree to the RV aspect of it. Not really sure how that's going to work, but now he's decided he wants a bigger one. The RV is done now, but now he wants a big driving C-Class Rockstar RV.
Okay, so it's going to be a driving RV, so you can bring the kids and the dogs and
no, I don't-
attach
no
like.
traveling with kids or dogs.
So will it be something like if you need to make a trip to the Publix, you'll be able to drive, or you'll need to bike there, or take
well,
a
you
vehicle?
could
or-
drive, but I would probably bike if I was on the island here, considering it took me 30 minutes to get here from Lover's Key this morning,
Right.
even at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah, if you're coming to the beach, you best
Be
be coming
prepared.
now.
Yep.
Like if you wait 30 minutes,
1
you're in
o'clock,
trouble
you're
today.
not getting on
No,
the beach.
Forget about that.
Yep.
There's so much stuff going on this weekend on the beach. There's a charity cornhole. It sounds weird when you say that, cornhole. Just that word,
Charity
cornhole.
in front of it is even worse.
It's a charity cornhole tournament. I mean, I've never even tossed a cornhole beanbag once in my life. So there's going to
I
be
think drinking's required.
well, it's going to be outside Shuckers.
There you go.
And it's going to be for the good thing is it's going to be a fundraiser for the PTO. So people are
Oh,
just
that's
going to
great.
start drinking and
Yep.
throwing more money at the PTO,
Those
which is a good
gals are
thing.
always a lot of fun.
Yes. And then there's a memorial for Dan Hughes at 12:30 at the
I
Mound
did hear
House.
that. Yep.
And then your gig is going on all weekend long,
Today and
And
tomorrow.
today and tomorrow. And is it going to be in the parking lot across the street from Lover's
It's
Key?
on the event field right there. Yep. No going into the park. No entry to get into the park. It's free for admittance to everybody. Just bring your wallet so you can spend with the artists.
Right. And you have food trucks and
We have one food truck. It's a really good food truck. He does amazing seafood of all sorts. Specializes in crab. So
there's a lot of today is like a seafood day. We're going to have the folks from the Shrimp Festival on at 9.
Oh, amazing! This is the first year I'm not participating as an artist. I had been an artist there for many years, but this job is kind of taking over.
Sure.
And yep.
Because you have many events all year long. What are the other events that you have in our area?
Well, we'll be back for Mermaid Festival the first weekend in April, and that is going to be at its new location at Bay Oaks. We are going to be up more towards the road, the grass area, and the lot that's right there by the pool rather than being in the back this time. And then we'll figure out for next year once they finish all the construction, because I believe they just started construction there, didn't they? Back by the school?
The school is
Yeah.
under, they did
Yeah.
some construction and upgrades to the school, and then the Big Bay Oaks project. I'm not sure when that'll start, but
I think I was hearing May is pretty much
Oh.
when they're going to be starting.
that's
the
right,
big
after
stuff,
the school
so-
year,
yep,
that's right.
Yep. So that should be interesting.
so I'm trying to picture in my head where the grassy area is.
Okay, so right off Estero Boulevard, that
Yeah.
lot, that's going to be the new entryway in
Okay.
when they start doing all the construction. So we're going to be on that new entryway in, even though it's not an entryway right now, and the lot that's right behind.
They
there.
need better signage and more. I know that's a different show.
We're not going to talk about
Yeah.
signs. Love you, Fort Myers Beach, but please stop taking my signs.
Wait, what happened
Well, we're not going to go there. Every little sign that I put out yesterday is all gone.
for
on
the
island.
Lovers Key Festival?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's
Well,
so.
you got some sign Nazis.
Well, I can tell you who they are. They're
Mhm. Oh, I
probably
know who
driving
they
around
are.
in little jeeps.
Yep.
Are you going to get them back?
I'm not that kind of
Go
girl.
over to
You know
town
what?
hall. Check
Here-
them out.
here's what I
They're
kinda
probably
feel.
in the dumpster.
The universe will get them back.
What about the metaverse? We'll
That-
get them. If the,
metaverse
metaverse
might
gets
get
them back,
too.
it's
You know
going to be
what?
with those. What do you call those new glasses that you put on your eyes in the metaverse?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. What are
Oh,
those?
the virtual reality.
Yeah, the virtual reality
I
glasses.
got my grandson one of those last year
Does
for
it work?
Christmas. He stands there. It's so weird to watch. He's in the living room and he's like,
Does he have
got these
swords
things
and
on.
swords and things
Yeah,
like
he's,
that? And
he's moving his arms and he's doing all this stuff. It looks
Interesting.
amazing to watch.
what
him
is he doing though when he's moving
playing
his
the
arms?
game? I don't
As
know.
a game.
I don't understand it. I put them on. It's very weird. They're big.
What I don't understand is that people actually pay money to watch other people play games.
Oh,
like
really?
that's it's a big thing. Like these people go to these arenas, and I know we're getting off the subject, but they play video games in these big arenas, and people pay money to watch them play video games. It's the weirdest
Oh,
thing.
Wow.
Don't you want to get
I
the
have
kids
so
away
much-
from the video games and out playing stickball and handball and
You do.
football and
Yep, I agree. So
Yeah.
at my house in Michigan, one of the reasons why I love going there and being there is my grandkids love my woods and being all around outside. We have a no technology zone. They are not allowed to bring their computers.
nice?
They're not allowed to bring any video games, nothing when they come to my house. We don't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm the old grandparent that doesn't let you bring the technology.
I understand it's hard for people to get away from their gadgets and devices, but
Yeah.
you need some away time like that.
You
So,
do,
yeah.
for sure.
See you guys next weekend. Those are some of our longtime friends and listeners
it
and
is packed
viewers.
here this morning. I mean,
It's-
we're 8:30,
It's
right?
yeah, it's 8:30 and all the tables are full.
All the tables are full.
It's
Yep.
because of the entertainment.
It probably is. You know, you and me make such a great couple on
Well,
here live
Kim's
at
going
8:30.
around and talking to all the people. Look at how frilly her hair is today. I mean,
I
she
like
works
her
a
hair.
long time
Looks
on her
great.
hair.
But
Yeah,
you know what? In an hour, it's going to be flat.
she gets.
That's why mine
Yeah.
is up today. I did it yesterday, and I thought, wow, after an hour, it was right down
These
my
are the
face.
kinds of days where you know you're going to have a great turnout because the weather is
it's
so
perfect.
nice
It
today.
is absolutely perfect today. So
And
what
it-
is else? Tell me what's new with you?
Nothing is new with me. We went to Nashville. We're just humming along with the new radio station, and
how's the music station?
it's going good. We get lots of input on. The thing that was interesting this past couple of weeks is like we put a community calendar in there, like it runs for 1 minute, 15 after the hour, and 1 minute at 45 minutes after the hour, and people are already saying it's too much. Like I get it because I don't like
too much
interruptions.
because you have two. Wow.
No, it's too much because they don't like the music to be interrupted.
Right.
But if you ever listen to a radio station, like in your
Right.
car for 1 hour,
They do
there's
it in
like
spurts.
16 to 20 minutes of commercials in
Plus-
each hour.
Plus, folks, those little spots is what pays for Ed to be able to do that
No,
radio station.
No, we have a sponsor like Island Carts
The go-karts.
FMB
Yep, you're still
sponsors
gonna
it.
Get to me about that for next year.
Yes, and so I don't want to make it sound like a radio station. I want people to enjoy the music, and we were so thankful for the Margaritaville float was in the Edison Lights Parade,
I did see that. It looked
and they had our
amazing.
music blasting the whole time. So I understand you don't want interruptions for something like that, but it's going great, and it's playing here at Pete's Time Out. And we have some people calling us wanting to run commercials on it, and so that's the thing.
Isn't that
Is
great? Yep.
you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pick like twice, like you said, twice an
Yeah.
hour, and that's when people go to the bathroom and get their lunch and everything instead of listening to the radio.
Right. And the show is going great. We're at episode 208,
I
and
know. It's amazing. I remember when. I
Yeah,
remember 3 years ago, you were just this tiny little new guy on the beach.
yeah.
Remember that?
and
You don't,
now
do you?
most people would wish we left the beach, or at
No,
least
they
I left
do
the beach.
not.
So,
No, they do
but enough
not.
about me, because when Kim's on the show, she wants to only talk about me. And
We were just talking about how amazing your hair looks.
Yes,
But in an
yes.
hour, it's just going to be like.
she doesn't want to come on the show now because she waits for the grand. She likes to show off her hair.
Oh, I
at
got
9
it.
o'clock.
Okay, so we'll ignore Kim. For a
No,
little bit.
she just ate, so she's probably farting and burping over there. And
Oh my lord!
we were having a
Did you hear
conversation
what he
last
just
week.
said? You
We
do
were-
not want to know.
We were having a conversation last week. For some reason, I don't know what it was about, but for some reason, the conversation about farts, you just can't talk about farting enough and farts enough. Everybody loves, for
So-
some reason, it's funny. Like talking about farts is funny. I don't know
So
why.
I have to tell you, I'm
where
going
it came
to
from.
send you personally a video. I bought my grandson a fart blaster.
You see? Is this nothing? You can
It
never
was
go
a
wrong with a
Minion.
good
It's
fart
from the
conversation.
Minions.
What were
He's
we talking
6.
about?
But the 3-year-old has stolen it and they play with that thing. They chase each other around.
Do you know what there is a Guinness Book of World Records for the longest fart?
Oh my lord! I don't even want to know what
It's
that
like
is.
it's over 2 minutes.
Wow.
Can you imagine what you would need to eat in order to fart for longer than 2 minutes? I mean,
So
It's-
here's what I do just very nicely for this gentleman in front of us that's eating. We should probably.
he's
change
the
our
fartaholic. He's been to Farters Anonymous. That's Steve Duello sitting there.
Oh my lord.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know there is a such thing as Farters Anonymous? Anonymous?
No, there's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you find this information?
I just made that up. I'm
Okay,
kidding
I
about
was gonna
that.
say,
Can you
like, the
imagine if
facts
there
that
was?
you know are just bizarre.
They're not really facts. I make them up.
Okay, well if it's a made up.
So
fact,
what
then
were
it's
you going to
good.
say? You were going to say something
They
about
call that fake news, don't they?
yes. That's what we're all about. Fake news. No, you were going to say something, and
I
I
don't
rudely
remember.
interrupted. You were going to tell a fart joke, weren't you?
No, I
Oh,
was not going to tell a fart joke.
Do you have any
See,
farting booths?
You've made me say F. I don't know how many times.
You
live
said
on
the
the
fart.
radio.
I can't believe you said fart like 9 times. You see this, and you're laughing your ass
Oh
off.
my
That's so funny.
God, and I haven't even had a cocktail. yet.
Right, right. Well, what's wrong with you? It's already 8:50.
Well, what's wrong with me is I have to deal with 2 marvelous artists.
Yeah, 2.
20 some odd
What
marvelous
happened to the
artists
other
all
18?
day.
Well, 2 of them
And,
really
2
piss
of
you
them
off,
are
though.
going to be a little challenging. See, that was a Freudian slip, and you caught that one.
All right. So the Lovers Key Arts and Crafts Festival is today, starting at 10 a.m.
Yep, 10 to 5.
10
Come
to
on
5.
out, support these artists. This
Yeah.
is, again, our 3rd year. They love seeing you. We are not buy, sell, flea market garbage. This is art. These people are handcrafting everything. We have a marvelous new CBD sponsor. I worked with them one other week. So if you're looking for any hemp flour or gummies or anything like that, I can tell you that I know people who have personally tried it, and they say that it works marvelous for the sleep patterns.
All right. Does it cure fart problems? You should ask the guy that.
I will ask him today.
Put it on tape
Ed
when
from
you
Beach
ask
Talk
that
Radio
too.
wants to know if this
I'm
will
asking
stop
for Steve,
an
not for
embarrassing
myself.
situation.
Not for myself.
Steve's totally ignoring you. You get that,
So
right?
one thing that happened in Nashville was, for some reason, like we got one room that's, and even in Nashville, it's like $300 a
Oh,
room.
yeah.
My daughter went with us, so we had 2 beds, and she said my snoring was so loud that she had to yell at me and throw things at me that night.
Mhm.
It's like now
You need to be doing CBD gummies.
you see that maybe
telling
that'll
you,
cause.
It has changed my husband's life.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Is your husband a farter? I
No,
don't-
he's a snorer, honey. Oh my Lord, he's a let me put the earplugs in snoring kind of guy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
My dad was that way too.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it was
he
bad.
sleeps better, and doesn't have the snoring issues when
Yeah.
he does the CBD. So.
Does that make you high and
No, there's no THC in it, but I guess whatever it works. There's different ones. I always get him Delta 10, which it helps with the sleep issues. It's directed more for relaxation like that. But
I
there's
see.
different strains. Talk to your CBD specialist. They'll hook you up.
CBD? I don't even go to the doctor. You tell me CBD.
Well, so
specialist.
that's usually the CBD people. That's usually their customers.
I am
They're
getting a
people who want-
colonoscopy next month, though. My first one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had
I'm
one
preparing
of
for
those.
that. Yeah.
Yuck, you will not. It's been 20 years since
Wow.
I had one, I think.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
You didn't like it? Was it fun?
No, it was not.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Not
Appreciate
something I'm
your
getting
help
done
there.
anytime soon.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on, and we'll
appreciate
see
it
you
as
again
usual. Yep.
in April
Yep.
For your next
Mermaid
event.
Festival, the first weekend. Yep, we'll be
at-
back for Mermaid Festival, and again, that will be at the Bay Oaks location. But today, please come out to the Lovers Key Invitational. These guys would love to see your support. Take a little break for lunch, come out and have some crab cakes, and get your groove on.
All right. Thanks for coming on, and
Thank
we'll see you
you.
again soon. All right, everybody.
Appreciate
Danielle, and get down to Lovers Key if you can today. Oh, the crowd is going wild. And we will be back at 9 o'clock. Oh, don't worry about it. There's no buttons on that thing. We'll be back at 9 o'clock, and I promise there will be no more fart talk at 9 o'clock, everybody.